It's your boy Crypto Millie back with another one. Since yesterday's video, not much has changed. I know Trump talked, and I frankly didn't even listen to what he had to say because every time he spoke in the market tends to do the opposite what people expect, which is dumb, right? So at the end of the day, I'm more focused on what Powell was saying and pointing out that uncertainty, right? So we do have a meeting today. The U.S. Securities Exchange is hosting an inaugural crypto regulation roundtable today at 1 p.m. So we should get more news on the front about some of these SEC cases, maybe some laws, maybe something on meme coins, these ETFs, whatever it may be, right? But just again, a historic moment for crypto, the crypto policy and crypto in the USA. So just keep that in mind. All right, we know that the market is not necessarily reacting to this news because there's a lot of uncertainty from a macro point of view. I ran across this post yesterday from Amy Nixon, and she was just talking about how a lot of the Airbnbs in Texas are being sold off. You can see here, this is a price cut, 21,000 on a house that was listed for over 1 million just in June 2024. So when people question why, I always look at the XHB chart, which is the Series Trust SPDR Home Builders ETF, gives you an idea of where the real estate market is going. And when you couple this with job data, you can get a good idea if there's either weakness within the economy or strength within the economy. Now, granted, we don't have an FOMC meeting in April, but the Fed can still do the Fed minutes. We still have to pay attention to CPI data. Just still a lot of things going on, and we'll see how the market truly prices in the tariffs. Even though we know Trump wants the tariffs, wants the Fed to cut rates going into the tariffs, right? But Jay Powell didn't, right? Many people believe that he should have cut rates. Bitcoin global liquidity M2 is rising. This is like the most famous chart of all time in crypto history, and this is the chart everybody brings up when they say that we're about to go higher, or we're about to go to 200K, or altcoin season is about to happen, right? But we still need some things on the macro, you know, end of things to happen as well for us to actually achieve that feature. I mean, you can see here on the daily, crypto is still kind of getting stumped out. And I told you guys, as long as the stock market struggles, it's really no way, right, that we can get crypto to kind of like bounce out of here, right? We need the stock market to start performing, right? And if it continues to struggle or even goes sideways, you gotta assume that Bitcoin and crypto will also go sideways and bleed. We haven't matured enough to decouple away from something as massive and as of magnitude of the stock market. So just keep that in mind, right? Stocks are still very, very bearish on longer time frames. Maybe we see some bounces here and there, but this has been a environment where if you're trading the 1 hour to 4 hour or even lower time frames, you can scalp, you can make a little bit of money, right? There's a person in our council that has been making money either way. Bitcoin goes up, he makes money. Bitcoin goes down, he makes money. So there's this opportunities. The thing about it is, for people that don't have the time to do that, you either sitting on your hands doing nothing. You're either buying the dip, right, or you're either down right now in your cryptocurrency, and you're hoping that these things bounce back so you can at least break even and then start to make money inside cryptocurrency. But I will say this: there's a lot of good setups across the board. A lot of things oversold. A lot of things, frankly, if we do get this liquidity wave, if we do get some bullish catalysts that are ready to explode, the only thing that's kind of holding us up is the macro. So until the macro clears up that uncertainty, I think there's no need for you to just be patient. I mean, be impatient and jump into buy every dip. You can, and I say this in every video, but you can frankly just pick your spots and take your time with your DCA, take your time with your research, and really get into these projects that you are investing in. Really have an understanding of the tech, of the community, of what you're investing in, making sure that it's a solid investment, and the 3 to 5 cryptocurrencies you hold right now will bounce back, will do well when we get in a bullish environment. So those are the things that I'm looking at. I'm paying attention to the macro. I'm paying attention to the stock market. I'm paying attention to a little bit of the news to see how these catalysts could affect crypto. But from a grand scheme of things, we need to really make a decision, right? Are we going to go into a bearish environment or a recessionary environment, or will this next wave of liquidity, be fierce enough, right? With the influx of news and catalysts that we can start to see this next leg up in crypto. But let me know what you guys are doing. Are you buying crypto? Are you selling crypto? How do you feel about the current cryptocurrency market? Are you frustrated like me? I would love to know, everybody. I'll probably go live stream a little bit later, but I wanted to get out this video to you guys and pretty much give you a recap of what we talked about yesterday, some of the things that I've done the research in the hour or 2 hours that I've been up. But now, off to the gym. I'll come back, do a live stream, and I'll catch y'all guys, ladies and gentlemen, a little bit later. It's your boy Crypto Millie. I'll see you the next one.